Good day, my lovely friends. We are live and in action. Let me grab some of this real quick before I start. How many of you know about this? Luby's sweet tea. This stuff is the bomb. Okay. Well, today's video blog is going to be about, hi everybody, welcome. How to stay out of the broke house. Now, I think I'm gonna have to do like 5 video blogs on this one because, girl, let me tell you, I think we all have been in the broke house at one point in our life and we could all avoid staying out of it, correct? So the first tip I was gonna talk to you about staying out of the broke house is break your old habits. Now, a lot of people are broke, not because they don't have money, it's because they have bad habits. And they don't know how to spend their money, their priorities are wrong, and some of you just need to get a job. Some of you just need to get out of the house and start hustling. Some of you are just plain lazy. But for a lot of us, we're not. And a lot of us work really hard for our money. We just don't know how to manage it correctly. And so I would like to tell you guys to, first of all, break your old mindset of what you think your finances are like. And this only really applies to people who are broke, because if you're not broke, well, you're doing something right. So why take my advice, right? The first thing I would like to tell you to get out of the broke house is to set goals for yourself. What is it that you want to do with your life to not be broke anymore? Do you need to move to a better city? Do you need to remove people from your life? Do you need to change your financial situation, get a better job, get an education to get a better job? What is that goal? Set the goal for yourself, because if you don't have a goal, you're just going to be running back and forth, working your tail off the 9 to 5 for somebody else, and you have no vision. You're just going to end up getting your paycheck, spending it, and then living paycheck to paycheck. Find what that goal is. I am a very big believer in envisioning your future. And I tell myself this all the time. This is what I want, this is who I am, and this is what I'm gonna do to get there. And I also have a dream board in my room. And the dream board has different images and pictures from a magazine that have what I want. And it's so simple. These are very simple things that lots of wealthy people will tell you to do. Envision what it is you want. Is it a nice house? Is it getting out of debt? Is it being able to provide for your family, college, for the kids? Find out what those goals really are. What is it that you want really deep down inside of your heart? A lot of us don't even know. A lot of broke people can't even think that far because they are just trying to figure out how to keep the lights on at the house. That is not the way to live. If you're sick and tired of living paycheck to paycheck, just barely trying to figure out how to pay your bills, we're going to stop doing that, okay? We're going to give you some advice, get you back on your feet, and you're going to go on an upward trajectory to where you're actually achieving goals and accomplishing goals. But I can't help you do that unless you know what your goals are. I know what mine are. I have crazy goals, but I don't care because I'm crazy like that. Okay, so get a plan in place. What are the things that you're going to do to get yourself out of the broke house? Right? So what is that? Is that going to be getting an extra job? Is that going to be paying off some bills? Is that going to be cutting down on expenses? The first thing you're going to do is cut down on expenses. I'm sorry, ladies, but you can't get your nails done this week. I'm sorry, mijo, but you can't have those $150 Jordans. I'm sorry, honey, we're not going on that wonderful excursion this month. It's just, you have to learn to say no. And I've said this in other blogs before. Too many of you guys are yes people, and you have to say no. If you're the man of the house, you're the woman of the house, or whatever, say no. And what are they going to do? Run away? Try to tell your kids to run away. See who's going to feed them, clothe them, put a roof over their head, because it's not going to happen. Learn to say no to things and spending money on things that don't matter. Put your money in the right buckets. Also, when I talk about breaking old habits, I'm going to be offending some people here, but I don't care. But this is why they're in the broke house in the first place. Especially in the Hispanic culture, and I can speak for myself because I'm Latina, Hispanic myself. A lot of us stay broke because of our own family. And y'all know darn well, those are the ones who can bring you down the most. Whose aunt or whose cousin or whose brother, sister is always broke, and they're always borrowing money from you because you're the one with a good job. Just because they can't get their ish together doesn't mean that it's your fault. Remember that. Just because so-and-so can't get their stuff together doesn't mean that it's your financial responsibility to help them get there. Is it right to give somebody a lending hand every once in a while? Of course, we're human. You're here to help other people. But are they going to depend on you all the time? Absolutely not. That's your fault. If people depend on you to give them money, that's your fault because you keep empowering them to do that. You keep enabling people to keep asking you for money because you keep giving it. What's wrong with saying no? Get your own money. Why is it that your hard-earned money that you work hard for every day, every night, every hour, got to go to somebody else's irresponsibility? Stop doing that and don't feel guilty about it. Remember, your paycheck goes to you and your home first. Your children have to be taken care of. Your bills have to be taken care of before you go and lend money to somebody else. And you're not a bad person if you say no. The whole point is for you to get out of the broke house is that you have to lift yourself out first. How can you get yourself out first if you're too busy helping everybody else in their issues? So-and-so needs an attorney because he got a DWI, or so-and-so's whatever dog died and now they need medicine. I'm sorry, I can't do that. They will run you dry. Your own family, your best friends, your neighbors, whatever, will run you dry. And until you guys learn that, you're not going to ever get out of the broke house. Now, I know a lot of people don't want to hear that because your family depends on your paycheck. But that's a very, very bad habit I've noticed in the Hispanic culture. They don't do it on purpose. A lot of them just don't know better other than to point at the person who has the best job and to ask them for money. Well, thank God they're not related to me because my brother and sister know, yes, you can ask me for money, but I'm going to want to know why. I'm going to ask you why. I'm going to ask you to fix the problem first. Stop making these mistakes, you guys. And a lot of you guys will get money and then okay, income tax. That's a good one. You get your income tax, you get all this money, and then you blow it. That is horrible. You should be saving half of that money in your emergency fund. And I always promote $1,000 minimum in your emergency fund because it's like saying it's never going to rain. We all know it's going to rain. That's why it's called the rainy day fund. Why doesn't everybody have a rainy day fund? That's something else I'd like to talk to you about. Save some money for a rainy day because we know it's going to rain. I don't know why people don't understand that. There's nothing in your savings. You have to start saving. And I know you're going to say, I don't have money to save. You don't understand. Girl, you just bought that taco and that soda, $5.99, Taco Cabana. You just went to Starbucks. You cannot tell me you can at least put $15 to $20 away a week, a month in your savings. If you have to start small, but start something because it's going to rain. Remember when Juelita used to have the envelope with like $1,000 underneath her mattress? Whatever happened to that? Now, some of us get a nice surprise when our loved ones pass away because then they got like 5,000 and something crazy up in their house in a treasure chest or something that nobody knew about. But that's not the case for everybody. You know, old school thinking was awesome because cash was always king. They didn't have credit cards back then, so what did they do? They hoarded their cash and they put it in an envelope somewhere. I'm not saying that's what you have to do. I'm just saying, please save for a rainy day because it's going to rain. And I've always talked about this in my financial class. I always say, the tire is going to blow out. Actually, I have a low tire right now. Remind me, guys, to go get that fixed. You know, somebody's going to get sick. The kids are going to get sick. This is a big one. The kids are going to need something for school, the project, or an extra fee came in. Health insurance went up. Whatever, your window sticker, the registration sticker is due. Something will come up, and if you're not prepared for that, you're going to stay in the broke house. And I don't understand why people are so surprised when stuff happens. Why are you so surprised? Like, oh, this month, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, don't ever be surprised. You should never be caught off guard by surprises. And when you are caught off guard, that means you live in emergency mode 24/7. I can't live like that. I've got to know when I go to bed at night that, okay, if something happens, there's option A, there's option B, and there's option C. Always keep those three. What are going to be your three options? I can get into credit cards, but I don't believe in credit cards, even though I use them, but I use them for the points. I have a whole strategy about that, but we'll get into that later. Don't depend on a credit card. You need, Melissa, hey, Melissa, abuelita. You need cash in the savings to get out of the broke house. So what are you going to do to get there? You got to sell stuff around your house, lower the expenses, get an extra job on the side. Don't overdo it, because I've also had a blog about that. Do something to increase your income or lower your expenses, or both. That's how a business is actually run. We're going to decrease our expenses and we're going to increase our sales and our revenue, right? So the same thing applies to your personal life. Now, before I finish this, I would like to talk to you really quickly about the forbidden barbecue plate sale. Now, a lot of you stay in the broke house, and it trickles down to your family and it trickles down to your children when something happens to you. And to me, that's like one of my worst fears, is that my child inherits my problems, because she's got her life to live and I want to have her set for success in life. The forbidden barbecue plate sale. Now, I know y'all are going to kill me for saying this. Some of my family's going to kill me for saying this. But how is it that when somebody passes away, they can't even get buried into the ground because there's no money? Nobody has money. Nobody wants to take the responsibility. So what do? They go and get a barbecue plate sale going. And I don't understand the logic in that. And don't get me wrong, I buy the plates. I donate to the barbecue plate sales because that food is good. But that's another point. The whole point is, why are you even in that position? Why is your family in the position? Set your family up in a good position so God forbid you pass away. We don't have to have a barbecue plate sale for you. We don't got to do all that. That is just sad. That's a very sad thing, that people don't plan for their future. They don't plan for emergencies. And that's why everybody stays in the broke house. And it's actually embarrassing. It's embarrassing when you have to ask people for money to bury somebody. And you know that the funeral home will not bury you or have your services unless you have all that money there. And it's true, you're right, Priscilla, some Hispanics don't believe in planning ahead in life insurance, but we're the ones who have to suffer. We're the ones over here having to spend hours and hours trying to get people to donate food and make the potato salad and make the rice and the beans and this and that, and then you have to sell the tickets. Come on, we're better than that. Let's rise up, let's stay out of the broke house, let's prepare ourselves for this kind of stuff. Last, you guys need to stop borrowing money from people. Please don't do the payday loans. Please don't do the crazy loans where they can take your vehicle. Payday loans are the worst. Stop borrowing from people. Stop asking people for money. If you don't have it, then you got to find another way. Stop doing that. Have a yard sale, sell the dog, sell the cat. Do what you have to do. Stop borrowing from people. And if you owe people, pay them back. That is the shadiest thing, and it's happened to me, especially this week. Please pay them back. Don't be typical, shady. Oh yeah, I got you, bro. I got you. I got this. Okay, yeah. We're not going to play that game anymore. Pay them back. Remember this when you go to sleep tonight. You shouldn't sleep at night if you owe people money. Do what you have to do. Even barter. Say, hey, I don't have the money, but I can do this for you. I can cook for you. I can come to your house. I can fix something. Do something. Don't be shady and be borrowing people's money and not paying them back. You should be ashamed if you have to do that. I know it's hard, and I know not everybody is lucky, and I know not everybody has the same skill set, but we can all work hard. We can all do that. We can all be smarter with our money. Other than that, that's all I got for today, because I promised that I wasn't going to go over time, which I probably did, because these can go real long, and I can get into all kinds of stuff. Thank you for watching, and I want to give a big shout out to Tony G's Soul Food, Pepe Lopez. Thank you so much, because I had the best oatmeal this morning. It was amazing. Pepe wants me to let everybody know that I did not get engaged, but I met a cutie in Central Park. Come on. It was a joke. Alternative facts, y'all. Come on. Hashtag alternative facts. These facts are true, okay? So when I'm talking about this is not, I am not Kellyanne Conway. All right. Goodbye. Have a good day. Please stay out of the broke house. I don't know if he was straight, but calm down. Don't forget to follow me on Snapchat. Sam Squirrel 85. Sam Squirrel 85 is my Snapchat. Go to our YouTube. Check out other videos. YouTube.com/HeartfireMedia 210. Like us on Facebook. That's my company page. Facebook.com/HeartfireMedia. Peace.